Oh, Sean, do we really have to do this?
Look, I think the best thing to do... We're on.
Right. So, today, I'll be doing the review for Batman and Robin, as I promised in the Dark Knight Rises review.
Jesus, the things we do to get subscribers.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Sean.
And today, we'll be doing the Batman and Robin review. Oh my god!
My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it's the chilling sound of your doom.
This is the way the world could end.
Please, show some mercy.
With ice. With a kiss.
With venom. I probably should have mentioned this. I'm poison. Poison Ivy.
And the only man who can stop them.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
Can't do it alone.
Batman will watch his beloved Gotham perish. Bundle up, boys. There's a storm coming. Kill the heroes!
It's a hockey team from hell!
Cool party.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right, everyone, chill.
George Clooney.
I'm not the marrying kind.
I know you've had your wild nights.
Good night. Wild doesn't quite cover it.
Chris O'Donnell.
Come join me. My garden needs tending.
She loves me and not you, and it's driving you crazy.
This is why Superman works alone.
Uma Thurman.
So many people to kill. So little time.
Alicia Silverstone.
And you are?
Batgirl.
That's not awfully PC. What about Bat Person?
Found the Batcave.
She knows who we are.
Guess we'll just have to kill her.
In a Joel Schumacher film. Strength and courage.
Partners?
Honor.
Partners.
And loyalty. Freedom and justice.
Partners.
It all comes together.
We're going to need a bigger cave.
Batman and Robin.
You know, Jordan, I have to say, that was the best toy commercial I have ever seen.
Sean,
What?
it's a film.
Are you serious?
So, the plot.
Don't look at me. You know, it's...
Right.
Well, you're the one who said it's a film. You know, I'm convinced this is a toy commercial still, but go on.
Okay, well, the plot is, it's, Mr. Freeze, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, has to get diamonds in order to, keep his suit, in check and keep it crystallized and stuff. And there's Nora Freeze in there, and it's just really... It's not really much of a plot.
So, well, no, there is. I mean, there is a plot. It just sounds like they got a bunch of kids to play with Batman toys, and then they had Joel Schumacher just write down everything they were saying. So, like, oh yes, right, Mr. Freeze is going to steal this big diamond. It's going to power this machine that will freeze the world. And then Poison Ivy's going to come in with Bane, and they're going to start blowing stuff up and growing plants everywhere and all this kind of thing. Do we even need to explain why that wouldn't work? So Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy teaming up. Okay, so you want to take over the world by freezing it and then covering it with plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, have you seen winter? How many plants are there in winter?
It's not going to work. The plot is rubbish.
It's extremely basic, and it's just... It's like... It's not even... like you could compare it to like the original Adam West TV series in the 1960s with with Adam West, but it's because it had that really cheesy camp feeling. But this is just like
this is just ridiculous.
This is just bad. It's like you only need to see that from the first few minutes when Robin's going, "Hey, I want a car of my own." Chicks dig the car, and Batman goes, "No, that's why Superman works alone."
So Superman was in this continuity?
You're seriously no. Bloody hell!
Superman didn't want to be involved in the film. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, and so and then Alfred with that weird line when he sort of goes, "Well, I'll cancel the pizzas then, Mr. Wayne." I'm like, sorry, cancel the pizzas?
It's just ridiculous. They can't up Batman.
We're trusting this guy to save Gotham as well. But there was one aspect of the plot that worked. No, don't hate me. One aspect of the plot that did work. It was the whole thing with Alfred getting that syndrome that Mr. Freeze's wife had. That was kind of touching, if you really give a shit.
And then the campness starts coming back again.
In. Yeah, it's like bloody hell. I don't. Where do we start? And then the whole subplot as well with Barbara, and they've completely changed her character. We'll go into that later, but they've completely changed her character.
Batman and Robin is basically a massive nuke to comic book fans.
It is.
Joel Schumacher decided, right, what should I do today? I'm going to get a Batman comic, read it, and absolutely bastardize the franchise. So, moving on to the characters.
Well, first of all, we should talk about the main characters, Batman and Robin, as played by George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell.
Well, all I've got to say for those characters is that George Clooney isn't particularly a bad actor.
Isn't he? Oh, I've never seen anything with George Clooney in it at all.
I've seen a couple of his. He's not the worst actor, but this isn't this film.
He's way too chirpy and happy to be Batman. So you should see him in the first sentence. Mr. Freeze's Larry just goes, "Hey Freeze, it's me, Batman." I'm like, good for you. Go away.
Like, I'm Batman. It's very intimidating. You know where you stand with Batman.
Yeah, so Michael Keaton's interpretation, he was often quite silent. Val Kilmer wasn't as good, but he still came across as intimidating when he wanted to be. This was just like really kind of like, I got a Bat credit card, never leave the cave without it. That kind of thing.
Oh my God, that was terrible. George Clooney did not do well as Batman at all. Batman,
this should have held back the chair. That's what it was. It was way too positive to be Batman. Way too positive. It wasn't intimidating in the slightest.
Yeah, it was like, I'm Batman. Look at my bat nipples and my bat ass. It's just really terrible.
And then Chris O'Donnell's Robin, which was such a shame because to me that was one of the few good things in Batman Forever. It was. It was. I actually think because I
thought he was a teenage douchebag, but
I always thought Robin was a teenage douchebag. But at least in that one, he actually looked cool as a teenage douchebag. In the comics, he just looked ridiculous. I've never liked Robin, but Batman Forever was one of the few times where he actually looked like a threat, like he could actually beat someone up without looking stupid, so. But in this, he just turned into like a really annoying little git.
Chicks did the car. He's
now all that stuff he was talking about with like saying how he wants to how he wants poison ivy for himself. He feels that Batman's always overshadowing him. Basically, you could just cut out all his dialogue and just replace it with. Yeah, and you get the exact same character.
Chris O'Donnell's Robin reminds me of like you get like a little toy and you take the toy away from the kids.
That's what it is. Just someone having a paddy. That's what it is. That's his performance.
His performance was it was just forget it. Shit.
Yeah.